Welcome back to Stoverlord. It's been a while, hasn't it? A few years. But there's a good reason for that. I have crippling depression.
We're going to try a new recipe for the first time today, so I'll probably fuck it up. Whenever I try something new, I always think to myself, will this finally make me happy? And almost invariably, the answer is no. But I have a good feeling about this one. To start off, I don't feel confident enough in my abilities to use raw fish, so we're going to pan fry some pre-seasoned salmon on medium heat while we cook some rice. A friend of mine told me it's important to rinse your rice before you cook it. I don't have a strainer, so I'm going to use my hands. The important thing with straining rice one handful at a time is to try to shake your closed fist to get the excess moisture off before clumsily transferring it to a measuring cup. The important thing for sushi rice is to... I love the salmon cooking. Let me flip those real quick. The important thing about sushi rice is that you use rice wine or rice vinegar to make it stickier and better to work with. The thing about that is I do not have either of those. Instead, I'll just be using less water. The trick to finding the perfect amount of water to rice in this kind of way is to fill a drinking glass with water first, then pour the water out into the sink, fill it about 60% with a nice drink of your choice, then finish it with about 30% rum. At this point, I think it's done, so we'll let it cool while the rice cooks. In the meantime, we'll deglaze the pan with a little bit of water. We're saving the spices so we can cook some carrots with them. The main point of cooking these carrots is to make them softer and easier to cut, but also they should be a little crisp and have a nice texture. The best way to do that is... Alright, the rice should be getting close now, so we'll start slicing things. Using a fork to hold the still warm salmon in place, slice it along the grain with a sharp knife, with the goal being to get long, thin strips the length of the toasted nori wrap. We're also adding English cucumbers along with our lightly steamed carrots. Give those some nice chops. The avocados are a little different, and if you have trouble slicing them, don't worry, I was the same way at first. My main advice is to try hard and drink some more of this rum drink. It's very good. The rice should be cool by now, so we'll take a nice handful or so and gently spread it into a nice layer of the seaweed, leaving a strip near the edge further away for later. We'll start adding ingredients onto the roll, with the softer ones like avocado being closer to you and the harder ones like cucumber and carrot further away. This makes it so they won't spill out when you try to roll it. The astute viewers may have noticed I don't have a sushi roller. I'm going to use my hands like our ancient ancestors did. This is probably how the Native Americans made their sushi. Make sure to press down as you roll, as if you're packing a sleeping bag. Once you have your roll done, we'll slice it into 8 pieces. Get your sharp knife and a wet paper towel. Between cuts, make sure to wipe the knife with the towel to avoid the rice sticking to it. You want to make sure the cut is using long, smooth cuts like a saw, rather than short, quick cuts like an axe. Slice it in half lengthwise, then pare the half up to slice it faster. You want 8 equal pieces. Once that's done, we'll make a garnish on top using mayonnaise and sriracha. This is a recipe passed down in my family for generation. It's called sriracha mayonnaise. The sriracha adds a kick-si-poo. Using the back of a second spoon, you would want to drizzle it on top of the sushi. But I don't want to get any more dishes dirty, so I'm just going to put some on the side. As a bonus, since I still have ingredients, we'll make some authentic Irish onigiri. Onigiri means rice balls. Shred that fish, toss it in the sriracha mayo, and add in a few slices of avocado. Sort of grind it together with a fork until it's well blended, and then start forming the rice. You want to get a handful and place a spoonful of your well blended mayo mix in the middle, and kind of hide it with the rice like it's a secret. Form it into a triangle shape by bending your fingers and palm of your left hand into a 60-degree angle, and using your right hand, smooth out the outer edges. Next, cut some strips of seaweed and gently wrap them from the front to the back of the rice balls to create a handle. Back in the old days, miners would require food handles like this because their hands would be coated in toxic coal. So their wives made the onigiri with this in mind. Alright, the last step is to enjoy them with a nice garnish of Count Chocula. See you next time, you spicy boys, and make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Alright, I'll see you later.
I haven't seen LandBaseRed in like 2 fucking years.